Hi there, beer fans. Tonight I'm doing what is an absolute first for me on the channel. I'll explain in a little bit. It is St Patrick's Day. If you're going out, if you've been out, I hope you've had a good time. I hope you're going to have a good time. Drink responsibly, everybody. Now, St Patrick's Day is the day I normally like to dig out an Irish beer and try it. I don't have one. I haven't been able to get to a bottle shop this weekend to pull one out as well, so I haven't got one, unfortunately. But I'll explain in a moment. This one is a little bit Irish. I'll explain in a sec. Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Yes, I'm going to do a review of this. This is Carter's quality lager, it says on it. This is Aldi's own, but can you see who it's meant to be a clone of? It's fairly obvious, isn't it? And what's interesting, what makes this a little bit of a first, is that when I had a little look to see what I'd scored Carl in the past, because I've drunk a lot of this, when you go to parties, barbecues, that sort of thing, go around people's houses, there's always some of this available. And I've realised I've never done an official review at all. I've got nothing on Untapped at all about this. So all the pints of this I've drunk over the years, I've never put it on Untapped, and I don't know why there is, because I've had a ton of this stuff, but it's always everywhere. So in the first, I am going to be reviewing both of these at the same time. Now, what makes this a little bit Irish is when I've drunk Carling, it's an awful lager. I don't like it as a lager. So what's Irish is, why would anybody want to clone it? It's an awful beer. Why do it? Why do it to yourself? I don't know. The other interesting thing about this, which is interesting for a clone from somebody like, from somebody like Aldi, is they normally like to get the same ABV or better. Just bear with me a sec. Shove those down there. And it's interesting that the Aldi one is only at 3.4% ABV, where Carling's 4%. So it's an interesting choice of me to kind of obviously clone it, but not clone the ABV, which is a bit weird. Never mind, let's crack these open and let's see what we've got, shall we? These have been in the same environment, so they're exactly the same temperature all weekend. Pouring them into identical glasses, and I'm going to use exactly the same on both of them, eyes, nose and mouth, to review them with. So there's no favoritism, nothing. I can't know what to pay for the Carling. Somebody else will know how much you pay for Carling. It's not particularly expensive beer. This cost me £3 for a 4-pack, which I've already worked out in my head is 75p a can, which I'm sure must be cheaper than the Carling. Got that there. Got that there. Even though it's a supermarket beer, I'll do a little look at it and everything like that. They are exactly the same colour. Smell always smells like mushy peas, but I know what that aroma is now. Very similar, actually. Just not as mushy pea. It's an aroma very similar. It's just got that Burton twang. Now this, that is the same. So whether or not it says just brewed in Britain, whether it's brewed in Burton or they've done something to the water to give it that little Burton twang. Burton water's got an aroma to it, a flavour to it, which can't be mistaken at all. So I reckon they've done something Burton. The Burton-fied the water that I'm saying, or it's brewed in Burton. Right, let's taste the Carling first. Cheers, everybody. It's just, for me as a lager, it's just got that really harsh. There's a harsh bitterness to it, and it's also oversweet. I do know that is brewed with glucose syrup. I don't think this says, but I bet it's brewed properly, not with glucose syrup. Don't taste it. Now, Aldi have been, I like Aldi clones. I think if you look at I think the Brewdog ones, all of them, when they do the Prony ones, the Aldi one is much better. So the Rossini Grande, is it Grande or Grande? If you have that, it's a Prony clone, absolutely fantastic and cheap as chips. I like the Brewdog ones. I'm a bit of a sucker for Elvis juice. So Memphis Boulevard is their version of it, which is, in my opinion, really good, just like the original, just cheaper. Carter's, cheers, everybody. Sweet, not as sweet as the Carling. Gentle bitterness, not as harshly bitter as Carling. Yeah, I mean, God, that shouts glucose. If you've had one of these Tenant Super, if you have one of these really strong lagers, they've all got this glucose flavour to it. Well, that's brewed properly. Still not nice, because they're cloning a terrible lager. Mm. But it's nice. It's got a more... The Carling for me has always tasted fake, so it's got a fake sweetness to it. The bitterness tastes really fake. It's just, for me, always shouts. A lot of people like it. Before I start getting hate messages, I know a lot of people like Carling. There's a market for every single beer. I like the stuff I brew here, but a lot of it won't do well in commercial markets. I know that, but I like it. I brew the way I like to drink. Excuse me. Two variegated beers. Whereas the Carters actually taste like it's properly brewed as a lager. It is sweet, but it's not as sweet. There's a little bit of bitterness there, but not as harsh bitterness as the Carling. For me, they both taste a bit thin. For me, even though, like I say, it's sweet and got that harshness to it, that sweet, not as sweet, not as harsh, but for me, they're just flavour-wise, just don't do it for me. Like I said in the intro, why they'd want to copy a lager like this, it's beyond me, I don't know. Score-wise then, I'm not going to drink the whole lot. I'm going to take these in, sit down, and it'll probably take me the rest of the evening to knock these back. Unfortunately, I've got another 6 cans of these on time. For me, Carling, like I say, overly sweet, and that's the glucose syrup in there. It's just cheaper for them to produce it that way. And it's got a really harsh bitterness, and I don't like it. I'm going to score that 4 out of 10. So 4 out of 10 from Andy's beer reviews for the Carling. For the Carters, it's not a lot better. Sweetness wise, it's a lot more natural. Bitterness even wise, it's a lot more natural, but it's still not a great lager. It's not a lager for me. It is like Carling. If you like Carling and you want to save money, go to this one. Like I say, but it's just not as sweet, and you don't have that harsh bitterness, which you might prefer at the end of the day. So if you want to save a bit of money and you like Carling, I'd say go for it. Give it a try. Anybody else out there tried it? Let me know what you think about it. Score-wise, that's 4 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10. So Carter's, it's a 5 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Comment, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Yeah, as per usual, like I say, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Drink responsibly. Enjoy your beers. Cheers.